Hello and welcome to another installment of Shadows of Sharn, the D&D kind of like a campaign, but that's inspired by noir. Let's go ahead and let everyone talk.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Johnny. This is Stone. That's Becca. That's Brian and Aaron. We were having a lively discussion of politics and the economy, and what you're experiencing currently is the economic downfall of the society because the dollar bill doesn't go as far as it used to. Nate, thank you for having us on this fantastic session. Someone clip this. Would anyone like to go over what happened last time?
Just take the game away from Nate.
No, Nate doesn't know what the fuck is happening. I'm trying to steer us in a direction. I'm the co-pilot and we're pulling the fuck up.
To resolve the conversation, sorry, Nate, that we were having before stream, the ink really did not taste good.
Yeah, no, it was never gonna taste good.
Don't put dollar bills in your mouth, please.
Also, quick question, Nate, before we start stream, if this is okay. Nate, you have to accept this question. Or I'm
What
the
is
asshole.
it?
And this is gonna be for chat too. We'll throw this to chat. Chat and Nate. How much money do you think you could fit in your mouth? And then in turn say, what was the phrase, Becca?
I'm Mr. Money and I love my bills.
Yeah, how much money do you think you can fit in your mouth and then say that?
But the amount of money you put in your mouth, you get to keep afterwards.
Mm-hmm. And it could be any bill, but know that any bill comes with a price itself. Yeah, like 1 to 5 is probably used for G-strings and strippers. Hundreds, of course, used for blood money and other drugs. Feel free to answer whenever, Nate, or just steer this in another direction.
Any amount that's over $100, I'd be okay with going to a crowded room. Go ahead and just stuff that money into my mouth, take it back out, and say that exact phrase.
You have to chubby bunny it while it's in your mouth, like the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And it's
I
as
was so
many as you
confused
can.
when you said chubby
says-
bunny.
It's as many as you can fit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not know about the chubby bunny thing?
I've never heard it called that. It's always been chipmunk over where I am.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, chipmunk or squirrel
Did you
because
just
it's
put
like
it in your mouth?
So what happened last time is we got a new case happening.
Absolute respect, 110%. That's one of my favorite people to ever exist.
So yeah, we got a new member to our party. Tresh found, no offense, a rando on the street.
I mean, valid.
Yeah, she didn't even ask her name. Was just like, you're mine. You're joining this party. And then one of the commanders of the Sharn Watch. Well, I guess the commander. Are there other commanders aside from her?
yeah, there are other commanders.
Okay.
She's the commander of the Blackguard garrison and one of the towers.
Yeah. Came and was like, hey, there's a serial killer out there. And we were like, oh fuck, that's not good. And she and Tresh have definitely fucked previously. Or like there was tension. But she gave us the lowdown on a bunch of people who had died, and we were like, okay, we're gonna split up, because when you hear there's a serial killer on the loose, what do you do aside from split up? So we split off. Galen and Achaeus went by themselves, not together, by themselves. Twister also went off by himself, and then Velveteen and Lila got it. We got it in one. Thank you, everyone. Went off together, and we all checked out different crime scenes. I went and talked to my wife, as one is wont to do. And then, while people found things, investigated, chatted with each other, and then Galen met up with Achaeus, except it wasn't me, Galen, it was Nate Galen, which is more fucked up. And then we kind of followed that train.
Are you in the wrong windows? Oops, sorry.
No, okay. I'm a Chaos now, and as a Chaos, I'm gonna say I definitely did kill my spouse.
I knew
Now
it.
I'm
I
back
knew it.
being Galen.
They were
Um,
crazy the entire time, and the kid was too
Oh.
loud.
Sorry,
Disneyland's
I
too
fixed it on the
expensive in the
others.
summer.
I fixed it on the other scene, forgot to get on this one, sorry.
Ugh, sorry, I've got some ink in my mouth. But then we followed Fate Galen over to a mystery place, and then we chatted a little bit, confronted, and then he stabbed the absolute loving shit out of a Chaos, one hit KO, and then just poofed the fuck out of there. And I was like, that's cringe. Meanwhile, Layla and Velveteen found a sewing box and some dark red powder, and then Twister got accosted by the man that was previously Fate Galen but transformed into a half-elf man, and was like, "Hey, that's my box. Also, you were with the goblin halfling that you tried to murder before, and now for some reason they trust you even though you nearly killed them."
That's how it be sometimes.
Did I
And
miss
also-
anything?
I also found some red powder.
Yeah, you found a box that was apparently the fake Galen's box that had a bunch of empty vials in it. So presumably there's a bunch of this powder everywhere.
No, the vials were missing.
Yes,
They're-
hence why they are everywhere.
Yeah. And I was able to scrape some off, and I almost
Did a
wanted to
line.
kill the guy again.
Yeah. And I think if there's nothing else, that's what you missed on Glee.
Yes, thank you very much. And with that, these different introductions and other not so well-meaning meetings, we can go ahead and move to the scene of Galen carrying a case. Body limp in your hands. You feel some remnants of a foreign heat still lingering from the wound as you are continuing on down through the winding paths of the City of Towers. I believe your goal was to reach like a temple you're well acquainted with, right?
Yes.
It'll take you like it'll take you a while to get there, about like 40 minutes to continue through. Well, as said last episode, that the whole time that there are plenty of guards who do kind of like go to catch up to you, but then you can see them kind of like hold a hand against one of their heads and kind of like get a confused look and just kind of like back off to let you go. Eventually making your way into the temple itself, this grand wooden, this grand structure of stone and wood, one of the larger temples within Sharn itself, and one of the temples, in fact the main temple in this city, that is catered to the Court of Undying. You enter within, and you can see that there are some clerics, priests, priestesses, so many different kind of like holy people and attendees that see you immediately and have a confused look. One of them approaches you, kind of like some tan skin, hood over the hair with like a little bit of braids coming out from the others from either side. They look at you. Galen, who is this person? What are you here for? Do they need help?
Aid, obviously. Yes, please.
Hey, go ahead and bring them over here to one of these pews, Phil. Help out, and kind of like see this elf go ahead and kind of like start taking the paws, kind of like measuring things. Another one of these priests here, kind of you see, kind of like goes up down the aisle over to like an altar's setting over at the other side of things, and they kind of like start bringing over like another member who's wearing like the like much more adorned like robe as everyone else. You can see like there's plenty of like silver and gold kind of like embedded within The person that's tending to a case's body is just kind of like starting to pour like a little bit of healing just to help wake you up some basics. You'll be getting 6 points of healing as you're kind of like given some spiritual energy from the Undying Court. And you're not waking up quite yet, Case.
Okay.
Galen. The person that approaches you is a familiar sight for you. You've seen met with this elder priest of the temple before. As they're kind of like looking over you and then past you to see a case, they kind of like go with a response. It's been a bit since you've entered within these doors. What happened with them?
We were attacked.
You can see that it's quite the blade mark within their chest.
Yeah, it wasn't a particularly good scene.
Is this some during one of your investigations, or is this from other matters?
Yes, investigations. I don't know if you've heard, but I've been in Lower Dura, working with a new detective agency down there.
I've heard from a few that you've taken on more private work down below, some charity cases, I assume, but things are truly not going so well down there right now, huh?
I mean, I suppose. But the only way for things to get better is to have people that are trying to make it better.
That's a fair point indeed. See, you're still keeping that heroic spirit of yours.
Sorry, what did he? What
That
was
heroic spirit.
I try my damnedest to, you know. How could I not after everything?
I'm surprised that you yourself, the priest is kind of like gonna look around at and see like most of the members kind of like go back to their business and then kind of like continue on. It's good to see that, given the circumstances, you were so quick to get back on the job.
I'm dedicated to my work. What can I say?
Make us all proud, Galen.
I'm trying. I am going to earn my place.
Very well, then you should be waking up soon enough. You don't mind 5 golds for the
of course.
healing payment.
I'll give 10.
Thank you very much. Make sure to stop by with your wife and child sometime. It's been
Of
a while
course.
since we've seen you.
Well, Cyrano's been very busy. He's been taking up a lot of new acting gigs with his school. But we will make time to swing on by.
The priest will go ahead and kind of like just give a slight bow to you and kind of like move back over. You look over at Case and can just see like still unconscious. The wound is closed up as best as it can be. There are still like a couple people who are attending, just kind of like looking over, kind of like opening up the still the eye that hasn't been cataracted, kind of like looking over, and you see like there's just stillness, still just the only movement being a shallow breathing in and out. Achaeus. You find yourself at this time awakened and in a field full of smoke and fire. Ash clings as a cloud near to the ground around you, rolling on by, and you don't necessarily feel suffocation. There's a slight scratch in your throat and your lungs, but other than that, it's just an annoyance of sight for you right now. A dull heat permeates through the place, and as you look around you, kind of like start to feel your chest kind of like begin getting wet, so you kind of like put your hand there, reach out and see that you have your hand caked in blood from a long wound. Oh dear, Achaeus. What has happened here? It appears you've met an opponent you're not ready for. The voice permeates as a thunder through the skies.
Appears so.
Life is not in jeopardy at this moment, but if you see or feel them again, I don't know if I could help you then either.
I'm sorry, could you repeat what you said?
If you see or feel them again, I do not think I could help you then.
I won't let them get the better of me next time.
KSU, can I get a charisma save from you at this point?
Charisma. Interesting. The one thing I'm good at.
Okay.
Look at me go. 23.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, yes. The hunt. How does it go? Is your target near? Have you seen them yet?
I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the real them.
Next time you see the blood, steal it for yourself. This may not happen to you then.
Okay.
And with that, on the other side of things, Galen, you see as Caius just takes a deep breath and their eyes go open once more. Achaeus, you are within a temple, like probably the largest one you've seen in many years. Over ahead of you, above you, kind of like watching over you, you can see there are two elven figures. You're kind of like monitoring you. You can see like they've been taken aback, took a step back upon you, just kind of like suddenly awaking. And over to the side, you can see a small distance away, I imagine, is Galen.
Thank the court. Hello? You good?
How are you actually Galen?
I'm gonna speak in your mind. I am.
Okay. That's helpful.
I would like to note at this time as well for you that Kaya's kind of like looking back down and Galen looking over. You can see that the wound still lingers. It is not closed. It has been treated, but it is a scar that seems etched into Achaeus now.
Is it like a familiar sight? Like this like non-closed wound thing, does that seem familiar in any sense?
I wouldn't say this is something you've necessarily seen. Your best kind of like glance over is that there are parts that seem like they've been seared.
Hmm.
Like some of the flesh was burnt to not be able to regrow at all.
Is it like it's just scarred over? It's not like
It's not like an
Act-
open wound. It is just
Okay.
a scar that seems like it's not just from a deep cut, but also like a severe burn along the way.
okay.
It,
So
it,
it's
it wasn't just a deep cut. Like, it wasn't just like a random reference he pulled out of his ass. But it was also a burn. It was also an insult. Anyway, I'll leave the stream now. How do you feel?
yeah, in pain still and not great, but
Completely understandable.
I am alive, which is more than I thought I would be.
I'm glad you're alive.
Thanks for not letting me die.
Why would I do that? It was my fault you were in the whole mess anyway.
Was it your fault?
100%. It was totally my fault.
I don't recall. I mean, unless you somehow asked that person to
I'm saying in a more
appear as you.
butterfly effect sort of way. Like, have you ever read the play Until Dawn?
No, I haven't.
We saw the situation fold out, and instead of being like, oh, wait, could we, as you're leading us, could we stop somewhere? And then deal with our target in an alleyway instead of going to a place where we didn't know what we were expecting.
Well, wasn't that the point, to get information? And we got information.
It is generally nice to get information without risking your own life that badly for it, at least.
True, but if we tried to take him on in an alleyway, I couldn't say that we'd be
Would have
in.
gotten anything.
We would have a better situation, and we probably wouldn't have gotten anything either.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it could have turned out any better.
It could have, but oh well. I am sorry. I feel the whole matter is entirely my fault, whether you blame it on me or not.
I do not blame you for it at all. But
You're incorrect, but go ahead.
it's okay. Let's just return back to to the others and tell them what we found. What are you inciting?
You? If it is all right, or if you're mad at me, are you mad? Did I do a bad? Are you mad?
He seems pretty sincere. He doesn't seem upset at you. He doesn't really seem to blame you.
Okay. Are the priests still hanging around?
They've moved on to their previous business, seeing the two of you talking, and that the one brought in is awake and seems able to move on their own now.
Shall we leave?
I think it would be best.
It is my fault, though.
Hey,
Obviously, if you were to see someone that is yourself, you would have more of a sense of being like, oh, there's obviously a doppelganger here, or some situation.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's necessarily the feeling I felt.
What do you mean?
Three and a half months ago, I was murdered in an alleyway.
But you're here.
When, tragically, Carmelina found my corpse, she brought me here. But whatever decay or nonsense happened in that time frame, I've lost a lot of things that were previously up here that I know I should know. Hence, these stupid. I don't actually throw them. I'm like go to like throw all my flashcards, and I'm like, oh god, I need those. It could have just been amnesia, like the other classic play. Stop. But it more felt like something was taken. If that makes sense.
What do you mean what could have been taken? What do you think was taken?
I was a very powerful wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't relied on my spellbook at all.
I don't know a lot about wizards, but
That's valid.
I didn't know how much they relied on their book, if it was something they used constantly, or if it was all in their head.
Well, if it were to be in my head, it is no longer.
But you don't rely on your book.
No.
So
I don't know where this, and I'll kind of say it in your mind again, comes from. I couldn't do this before, at least in this way.
you don't know where your power came from.
Not at all. Presumably my death. Since... I mean, you've seen me. I doubt. It wouldn't be appropriate to say that I came back right.
Yeah. Perhaps there was something... I wish I knew more about resurrections or how any of that works. However,
So I saw myself, and I was like, maybe. I don't know. It'd be
maybe
foolish.
that's what maybe that was what you're missing.
Potentially. Because I went back to that alley recently. And I saw myself there again.
Is it the same person?
Morphine and twisting. Potentially the same. But the death thing is relatively hush-hush. It would not look good on the family.
I can understand that.
Speaking of, shall we leave this awful upper ward?
Let's. And we skedaddle skadoodle.
And we leave.
Like the little walk away.
That's how Galen walks.
Skedaddle, skadoodle.
He walks like he's in a speed walking marathon.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this terrible upper ward.
Little John Long.
Yeah.
Chaos, I know you have a hole essentially in your chest, but keep up.
I know you only have 6 hit points, but could you speed it up?
Chaos using their sight to like barely make it down the street.
He's just like he fucking summons just a walking stick. He's like, "Oh."
Like,
I know if you were
come
to
on.
trip, you would die again. But can you come on?
Forgot the upper wards are literally like
He
one
trips,
big
falls
mountain.
up
It's
the
just,
stairs
yeah.
twice.
Yep.
How did we lose a Chaos? He fell down a hill. Just kept going.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's
He
the
fell
famous
off the
Sharn
upper
Hill.
Hey, you're like 5,000 feet above the floor, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like
they-
it's not like
he
a
just
straight
falls
fall.
off.
It's just a rolling down the hill scenario.
God.
Oh.
All right.
Fucking
Moving on though. We go to Twister, who just watched someone take the box saying was theirs and vanish away.
They
Leaving,
just vanished?
Yeah, they just kind of like walked away and vanished within the crowd nearby.
Oh, okay.
And it's just now you and your friend, recent friend, who is looking pretty nervous and just kind of like, if you look back, you can see they're kind of like backing away themselves.
You don't know anything about that man?
It's just the one I was supposed to give the box to. That's all I know about them.
Huh. Can I insight check that?
Sure.
20.
Okay. You kind of like look over the figure, part goblin, part halfling, and like you can see like there's a sheer amount of like fear on their face. Kind of like it's not necessarily like clear at up front what the source of dread could be. Like if it's seeing the figure themselves, maybe kind of like think about things. Or like maybe they're worried about the person they were supposed to send it to, knowing they lost it in the first place, or that you got like an outsider got involved. There's think about a lot of reasons why this person could be afraid. But yeah, they're kind of like still nervously and kind of like backing away. Hand kind of like fidgeting. It's trying to get it kind of like goes to the dagger and away again, unsure about how to proceed.
Are you all right?
I don't think I can. I should be staying here any longer. I gotta go get some more business to tend to. Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh. Uh, okay. Yeah. We probably shouldn't be staying here any longer. My, the rest of my group should probably be meeting up at this point, so I should probably be heading back.
Uh, Good luck with the rest of the day, and they'll go ahead and just dart off over out of the alley immediately.
Oh, one more thing. Did they run off?
They're like mid running off when you're doing that.
What's your name? I don't think I got it. Did I get it?
I don't think you got it. Darno.
Darno. Okay. Cool, thank you. Got it.
So, is there anything else you'd like to do at this point yourself?
So, the guy knew my name. He straight up said Twister.
Oh, the one who took blocks? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Huh. Can I make my way back and keep an eye out and see if there's like anyone trying to tail me?
Go ahead and make a perception check while you're going along then.
I'm gonna. How many spells do I have? No, I'm not gonna use second level. I'll cast guidance on myself. Oh my gosh. 22.
Alright, a 22 to start. Alright. You're already like on the lower end of middle Dura. Were you kind of like heading back down to like at the base, or what? Where are we going again?
I'm gonna start by. Well, yeah, I'm gonna head back to the base.
Twister, as you kind of like start moving down, you can see that along like the part of the stairways where it goes from transitions from middle to lower Dura, there are a couple Sharn watch guards who are kind of like stationed there and kind of like keeping an eye on things. You notice like one of them just doesn't seem to. It's just kind of like being nonchalant about you approaching, just doesn't seem to bat an eye at all. Same with like everyone else that's passing on by, but one person you catch kind of like just looking right at you and seems to hold something and talks into it.
Can I see what he's holding?
Some kind of stone, it looks like.
Stone. Hey. Huh. Can I make out what they heard? What they said? Or no?
I wouldn't say you do. You don't have like what is it, observant feet?
No, I don't.
Alright, yeah, you're not able to really pick up what they're saying
Heck.
from your distance.
Okay. I'll continue going.
Alright.
Still keeping an eye out.
And now that we'll go ahead and head to our other pair. What's going on with...
Forgot we don't have names. Okay.
Yeah, what's going on with
We're
Velveteen and Lila right now?
No.
Team disaster bisexual.
No,
You're
no.
Or bisexual.
Team
disaster.
leftovers.
You're not leftovers.
Listen. We arrived back at the base like 3 hours ago. We'll arrive back at the base. This is, again, we weren't even that far from our base. We'll ride back. Is Tresh there at all?
You do not see Tresh. The only things that are remaining here is like on the next to the sofa. You can see that there is a half-empty cup of ale at right next to a copy of the latest Sharn Sentinel. You kind of like don't really notice if there's anything Tresh related here though.
Okay, all right. Well, that Nate, you decide what we're gonna do then. I'll take a look around. I will not see any of the rest of the group. Like, I guess we beat them back here, and they may not be back for a while. And I'll look towards Lila and I'm like, you're a chef, correct? Like, it was what you inspired to be.
Indeed.
Would you perhaps, maybe want to go have some lunch? Maybe, would that be okay for me to ask?
I would love to make you something.
Okay. Do you want to go pick up some fresh ingredients? Because, you might need that.
Let's see what you have first.
So, this is probably Galen. Galen would at any point would Galen have bought any things for?
No.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why I was like, maybe we should go. Get fresh ingredients. We tend
are
not.
you where are you looking for this?
We
Or,
would be
are you just,
looking
looking
In
around,
whatever kitchen area
no,
you
to
have.
be fair, hold on. We really don't have I don't think a kitchen.
We have a
or,
kitchen?
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
are you,
That's
we
why I
have
said
a-
kitchen area.
you
No,
going
we
in
don't even-
Galen's room trying to find food and shit?
No. You've been responsible for buying a lot of things for our place. At any point, would have Galen have thought of buying supplies for making food of any sort?
Galen goes out to eat pretty frequently, or at least leaves the house a lot. Whenever it's we're oh, it's lunch break or whatever, Galen just
Okay.
bye.
Because I say this because I remember you were like, "Oh, if you need anything, let me know specifically." This is
No, Galen has never bought food
Okay.
for the kitchen.
I'd imagine we wouldn't have too much, so we might have to go out and find provisions if that's okay with you.
That was perfectly fine with me.
Okay. So Nate, where are we headed, bud? Where's the market?
Let's see now. Down in Lower Dura, there's not really too much of available shop stuff. Purchase groceries from. You'd have to make your way into more of either Middle Dura or go into the lower and middle towers. It's a big old sprawling map. I'm sorry. But yeah, you'll be able to go ahead and begin your journey over into market. Are you just looking to do some grocery shopping right now?
Well, Lila, what would you be into making personally? What would your specialty be?
I don't think I have a specialty per se. I'm good at making quite a few dishes.
Maybe pick just one. We can make that for the crew once they return.
Does everyone eat meat?
Hold on. Gamers, what's your answers?
What if I made a KS a vegan?
If you want to make him a vegan, you can make him a vegan.
You can.
No, he's not a vegan.
I'll say, with a 21 intelligence, the only times you've seen Galen eat are the few times that he has gone out to dinner with y'all. And he's barely touched his fettuccine alfredo he usually gets.
Interesting. Twister.
The times that you've seen him, he's been open to eating anything.
Oh.
Brian, what does that imply? What are you talking about, Brian? What is your other day job?
Are you saying that you
We-
would put this dollar bill into your mouth?
Twister would.
Twister's on the sidewalk. He's like, watch how much gold I can fit in my mouth.
Ugh, coins? Just gargle some coins?
Chubby bunny.
Well, if I remember correctly, I believe they're all meat eaters, even though some eat more than others. Galen tends not to eat as much, so.
Twister's open to all kinds.
Twister, I believe, has stated in the past he's open to all meats.
Achaeus will eat anything you put in front of him.
And I believe at Chaos, again, we wouldn't have an issue with just an all meat dish.
Well, I was mostly asking because some dishes have meat in them.
Hmm. I don't think it'd be an issue then.
All right.
My cat's trying to do something. Hang on.
You okay, Becca?
Oh, it was speaking of Aaron's cat doing something. Mayday just did like some fucking parkour just out of frame,
Okay.
and it was very startling. She did like a wall run. She like ran in here, jumped up, ran along the side of my bed, and then jumped back down. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of parkour ass bitch is this?
Mayday's trying out for
The
Ninja
Zoomies.
Warrior.
That's it.
She's gonna compete on World Chase Tag.
I
Look
saw
out.
that. That shit's crazy.
Don't get me started on World Chase Tag.
World Chase Tag's so cool, though.
I used to follow it like
Um,
religiously. I love it. It's really cool. Anyways,
You're my friend, and I say this with all due respect and love in the world. You
Nerd.
fucking loser.
Alright, you all begin your continue on your journey.
But I
I'd say
said
you're
this
able
with
to
all
get-
love and respect.
I'd say you're able to get your groceries from the market. Just go ahead and expend 5 silver.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
we'd
on
al-
your
wait,
way,
Hold on. We'd also have to buy silverware and plates and shit like that.
alright, add another,
I will
Let's say-
say, Galen has bought plates and silverware.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
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 Galen just has
Are-
not
are-
bought food.
Are they fancy or? Are we
Oh
just...
yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's
no,
like the
I know.
fine china.
Well, I know it's Galen, so I'm just making sure. I was almost positive it would be fancy.
Yeah, no, it's when you break out the fine china and it's those like Hercules plastic plates from Burger King or McDonald's.
I tend to use the grimace glass.
you are walking your way back to the base, making your way back into the lower turret part of the tower. The crowds have always been back of why.
What am I looking?
Oh, we drink up some grimace. Ooh.
I
Oh.
said in Twitch chat that I would drink up some grimace. Ooh woo.
Do you know those were painted with lead paint, by the way?
Yeah, I'll fucking gargle the lead paint. All like the uranium paint from those like watch faces. I'll slurp it. Anyway,
The crowds around you have not been all that busy as you've made your way to and fro the marketplace. But as you're kind of making it kind of like returning to your base, you start to the both of you start to hear a bit of a murmur, and then like a shriek, and like some kind of like panicked comments, unintelligible at the moment, that you're able to hear coming from the distance over to one of the sides. And kind of like looking over into that space, you can see that there is a crowd of people that are kind of like going and looking at a particular alleyway. Some of whom turn back immediately, and you can see just release their stomach contents onto the ground immediately. Some just back off with a gasp and hold on to put their mouth over their face.
Interesting.
Their hand over their mouth.
Interesting. Well, Lila, this seems very interesting. We're gonna ignore it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna ignore it. We'll approach. We'll see what's going on. Imagine just like Palpatine just doesn't care anymore.
I mean,
He does.
All right. I'd say Velveteen, or the two of you, is the first to recognize a familiar scent. As you can take in the iron of the blood going through the air. And you kind of like keep on approaching and see all these people and this crowd kind of like go in and out to see what's going on. Some who are just kind of like murmuring to each other closely. And when the two of you are able to finally shove your way close enough to get a sight on everything, you just see that within the alleyway, spread just kind of like limp on the ground, with sprays of blood hitting either side of the buildings, is the remains of someone that was like a medium, like lithe kind of build. You can see the ears remain. They're a little on the round, and between round and pointed, so it might be a half elf, but tough to see too much about because their face has been flayed right off. So it's this empty canvas stares upwards into the darkness of the towers above as bits of water leaking from pipes continues to drizzle on down to this body and kind of like just pour off around. Patches of other bits of skin you can see seem to have been just ripped right off, and in the chest is an open cavity.
Okay. Do I notice any guards around before I?
You don't
investigate
see
closer?
any guards at this moment.
Okay. How far, like hypothetically, would be from our base? Like,
You're about a 10-minute walk.
Lila, do you know our way, your way back to the base, perchance?
I'm sorry, my internet cut out. What?
Do you know the way back to the base, perchance?
I'm sure I can find it if you want me to go find the others.
Go ahead and go find the others. I'm gonna wait here and see if anyone else shows up,
Of course.
if that's okay.
So I'll head back to the base.
I get a perception check both from Lila and Velveteen right now.
Of course.
Perception?
Oh wow, I'm a dummy. I'm a big old dummy. Hold on. I forgot I have Hunter's Intuition, so I can add a D4 to that. It's not good, but it's okay.
Better than
Got a-
mine.
We have a 5 and an 11. Velveteen, as you kind of like look around and give that device to Lila, and they make their way back to the base. Turning back around, you feel you're sure that you catch on the other side of the alley, kind of like dipping around real quick, is a quick hint of some reflection off of something metal, but that's all you're able to see.
I mean, I gotta find out what it is, Nate. I gotta see what this thing is. I'm gonna go closer. I'm gonna approach
You
it.
just... Alright, you're gonna go ahead and just walk to and past the body.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna come back to the body.
Alright.
I'm not just gonna leave the body as I leave. It'd be wrong of me to do that.
Okay, so with this crowd of people keeping their distance, you kind of like push your way even further past them and kind of like start approaching, and you see some people looking over at you doing that, whispering like wondering what you're doing while you're getting over there, and then getting confused as well when you just walk on past, and wondering if you even saw what's going on. You turn around the corner to see what could have been turning away, and you just see a wisp of shadow, some kind of dark smoke,
How loud is this crowd?
before it just disappears.
Okay, never mind. I'll return to the body.
Okay. As mentioned, it is in the states talked about before. Is there anything particular that you wish to look over for this one?
I believe you said there is a gaping hole in their chest, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick look at that. 'Cause that sounds gross. You want me to make a medicine check?
Yes, there are some more obvious things I'll uh, go over real quick. Also, a thank you cue for the raid. Hope you've been having fun with your stream.
Ooh, who hit us with a raid? Should pull up stream. That person.
Ooh, Rimworld. I hope that was fun. Anyways,
It's
back.
cute.
Alright. Go ahead and roll this medicine check, by the way. Sorry.
I will roll this medicine check. Not too bad.
15. Oh, there's the sound finally showing up for the alert. Anyway, right, you can see looking over this body that the chest wound, as well as looking at the cut marks around where the face once was, look extremely sharp and precise. You don't see like there could have been any moment of hesitation at all, as if these also could have been just one solid slice. The inside of the chest is hollow and empty for where the heart should be, completely removed in a way that you don't really see bloodstains around. You also notice, yeah, this is another thing that's obvious, is that the blood around here looks like it probably came after the body was put here, which shows that this is probably a dump-off more than a murder scene.
Interesting. I want to do something, but it's very stupid, though. Are you giving me the thumbs up to do it, even though it's stupid? Okay. I have approval from one Becca Morgan to do this. We're gonna search the body real quick.
All right. There are no. I should have said this at the top. There is no clothing.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not
Oh.
gonna search the body then, Nate. Just be like a fucking weirdo at that point.
Make sure they're not hiding anything in any pockets.
I'm not gonna check their pockets. I'm not gonna check their pockets. I'm not, okay? When you get here, you can check their pockets. Nate's like, damn it. They're not checking. That's where I hit all the secrets.
Yeah,
I
the name
hid
of the
the
murder
secrets
is.
to the case up their ass. That's
Yeah,
the
the-
calling pod.
Yeah, the name of the murder is the scroll that's
You-
shoved right up.
If I would roll investigation, do you think I could notice anything else?
What else would you be looking for right now?
You said there was what seemed like upon the heart being removed, it was like one clean slash or swing or mark. Correct.
Like the cut marks around like the chest opening, as
Yeah.
well as around where the face was removed.
No, I'm saying if I were to do investigation, can I see if they were bound or something or tied up before
I'll keep this with your medicine check, and it's a 15. You move the body at all? Or are you just gonna like poke, doing like the look,
Hold on.
quick look over kind of deal?
Hold on. Oh. You know what? Let's move the body a little bit.
As you move the body around, you do see that there seems to be something around either wrist that could indicate there was bondage of sorts, but as you turn them over, you also see, like, right in the spine, like between the shoulder blades, there is a stab mark there.
I will specify this: when I'm moving the body and moving it, I'm using my prosthetic arm and not my has fingerprints arms on it. Not gonna get me for murder just because my fingerprints are on the dead body. Is this stab wound like could I like identify what it's from, like potentially like a dagger or sword or some sort?
I'd say this is where the limits of your 15 start to come into play, and it's unclear what this could have been other than obviously a sharp object.
Okay. At this point, because I imagine I've been checking the body for like 5-ish, 10-ish minutes, do any guards approach? Since there is a crowd and there is a bunch of people, I imagine, still gathered around.
You still don't see any guards approaching.
I know they weren't covering this, but still. What would Galen do? What would hold on? What would a case do? Sorry, was that the right eye? I don't know. What would Twister do? Is when arriving? Because I imagine there's still people around. Like I said, do I see like someone like also like that sticks out like investigating the body as well, or is it just me and just people are just in more of a shocked state?
It's just you for at the moment. It looks like.
I'll wait and hang around the body. I'll wait for my team to get here, if they're gonna arrive. I don't know if they're gonna show up or not. So we're just gonna hang out and vibe.
All right. Meanwhile, we can say for brevity's sake that Lila and the other three are able to make their way to the base around the same time.
Yes, hello.
Oh, hi. Did Velveteen die horribly?
We need you guys. Velveteen didn't.
So yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So someone else died.
Yes, we found a body.
Okay.
Wonderful. I mean, not, but, cool. Not cool either. Let's just go. How about?
I
Yes, let's.
think I might sit this one out.
That is valid.
Are you okay?
I think he's
A
like
case
you
looks
see him
like shit.
clutching. He's clutching like his like abdomen and like you can barely see poking out from his fingers like a massive burn, like slash like
Oh my-
across his abdomen.
I'll say that like Twister was like looking at the side and didn't notice it until now and was like, "Oh my god!"
I believe I should rest for now. I think I've had enough excitement for the day.
That's probably
please-
for the best with how your appearance is.
Yes. Please let me know what you find.
Of course.
I will take slides of them. I'll hold up my camera.
Would you get
Good
a
idea.
camera?
Motherfucker, Argento made it for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Argentum did make it for you.
Remember the Argento type? That's a Canberra.
Okay.
A Canberra.
Like a
and-
Kikiro type.
And then yeah, Case is gonna head inside, go up to his room, and go to bed.
Right.
The old D&D rules: fall asleep, wake up, perfectly fine.
To
Oh, my
the body.
huge burn. It's
Yeah.
gone.
Ah, 8 hours
Definitely
really
not-
does wonders.
Definitely not a massive scar. Oh, I'm gonna have to get my fucking clothes tailored. God damn it.
Oh, do you need a tailor? I know one.
Oh,
You can visit my wife.
I wonder where they are.
on.
This body is starting to smell terribly.
Okay, we're going.
No, I know. I'm joking.
Tail-
All right. After
It's like
several
hours.
after about like 20 25 minutes, Velveteen, eventually you do see approaching is the rest of the party who, well, except for Achaeus, and all of whom can, that are approaching can see this sight now.
Is there still like a crowd of people?
Yeah, it's died down to being about like, between 30 and 35 who are kind of like looking over things now instead of like almost 100 as before.
All right,
Uh,
clear out. This is a crime scene now. Galen procures just like basically like crime scene tape from his bag. Uh, go off about your days. I'm gonna be.
Yeah. Do I see any guards?
No, there are still no guards approaching.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna head over to the body.
All right.
Can I like check it?
What do you wish to check on the body?
Time of death. Who, if I could figure out like facial structure, who the
No.
person is, like, or just general like things about him.
Face flayed
Um,
off.
No hello.
The cause
or
of
anything,
death,
it's
if
fine.
possible.
Hole in the
Okay.
chest.
Yeah.
Roll a medicine check.
I'm gonna take a picture of the
Okay.
body.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
I
cover
do
its
have medicine.
genitals, and I'm gonna take a picture of the body. I feel
Um,
weird about that.
I am gonna take like a cloth from one of the like common like a shirt that I have in my bag. I'm just gonna cover it over the bottom half
Mhm.
for Galen.
I like the thing. I have to hold the.
Get me
thing.
one. Get me in one like.
Like that meme.
Mm.
Anyway, okay.
The
I'm gonna
world's
cast.
worst murder investigators.
I never said I
I'm
was
gonna-
good at this job. I
I'm
was
gonna
given this
cast
job.
guidance on myself before I do the roll. 24.
All right, 24. All right. Similarly to Velveteen, you see about like the like sharp preciseness of each of the cut marks, both around the face and around where the heart was. Looking over this body. Oh, sorry, just gonna like looking up another thing real quick. This body seems to. You feel like it's probably about a couple of days old. There is a bit of a bloat that is beginning to happen that you're able to notice.
Okay.
There are unfortunately no distinguishing marks to them,
Oh,
not just because of the removal of the face, but you can see like those random patches seem to be mostly around like flaying the hands, like the palms off as well. Just kind of like strips of as mixed in with the random parts. And you look at
Anything
the
that would
knife
anything
mark.
that would identify them is not there.
Yes, it seems like there might be no way to identify this person without any belongings of theirs around here as well. They are a John Doe.
Okay.
You look at the knife wound in the back as well, and at first, it's now with the 24, you feel like that might have been the thing that could have killed them at first. But it's,
Uh-huh.
you kind of like notice around the hole that there are some kind of like dark marks around like where the cut veins are, as if something could have spread out, and like maybe cause like an additional effect to this person.
Mm.
And then you kind of looking over things again, like you notice the wound itself in the back has some healing to show the person was alive after that stabbing. They, looking over them, they might have died as their face was being removed or their heart was being ripped out.
Same.
Unable
know,
to
that would
move at all
probably
because they're, again, there's no shakiness around any of the lines. So they might have been, for all you know, they might have been awake and unmoving, unable to do anything.
Do I see the wrist marks?
Yes, you can see, like, there is some, like, rope burn around their wrists.
Okay. So this person died a few days ago. Stab wound on the back has some kind of like veininess coming from it.
Mm.
I'm assuming that the knife had some kind of paralysis effect.
I'm gonna take the picture of the a picture of the stab wound.
Do you want us to take a picture of the rope marks?
I mean, those are less of a, everyone kind of
That's
knows
fair.
what rope burn looks like.
That's fair.
Nate, I assume these aren't like color pictures that I'm getting on these copper plates.
No, they are grayscale.
Okay.
There's no way to identify them
Hmm.
by any normal means. Is there anything that I currently have that could help?
Galen, do you mind if I borrow you for a moment?
Of
Possibly.
course.
Okay. So I'll start walking in that direction. Well, the body was found. There was several people gathered around, but I noticed this thing, this silvery object that disappeared into was it a fire whisper? Nate,
Shadowy.
like a
shadowy.
a shadowy whisper, seemingly maybe fleeing the scene.
Curious.
Hmm.
Does that like sound like anything I would know about?
I don't believe you're the one that saw this before.
No, I know who saw this before, but they're in bed sleeping.
Wait, what is this?
I believe it was a cast that saw a shadowy, whispery figure, Nate.
Yeah, it's back in the first case.
Let me scroll through all my goddamn notes.
First case.
Where was that at? The cathedral?
That was... I believe that would have been the second or third part of that case. I don't necessarily remember exactly what point, though.
I believe it was heading to the cathedral, if I remember correctly.
I don't know why it said it's not in my notes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to refresh me on that one.
You were all kind of like moving around, traveling, and Achaeus was able to, with the high enough perception, spots like something as if it was vanishing, just seeing like the faint trails of a shadowy mist.
Hmm.
Okay.
I swear I have a pen somewhere.
Ooh, a pen.
Imagine
So,
not having a pen on your desk and losing it all the time.
how did your day go, by the way? Did you find anything out?
Achaeus nearly got murdered. By someone wearing my face. Not I guess, I suppose it's in bad taste considering that this poor individual here is missing their face.
Hmm.
Not my
No.
actual face. This is still attached to my body.
No, I understand.
For better or
what
worse.
you mean completely. Did they move around and speak like you, or was it just sort of a took your
Yeah.
face type of scenario?
You could see the flaws in it, but
Interesting.
anyone that knows Galen or Morales enough knows how he behaves.
Are they okay, by the way? Are they back at their home, or did they have to, not make it?
They're alive.
That's good. That's good.
He's just taking a little nap. A little nap. It's past his little bedtime.
Good
He
for
needs a little
them.
nap, yes.
Naps are important in this day
Yes,
and
they
age.
are. Quite. Indubitably.
Do you find anything else besides them almost being brutally
Uh,
murdered?
We, for now, let's continue investigating the case at hand, and then Achaeus
Fair.
and I didn't really get the chance to talk about how his investigation went. The whole stabbed by fake me thing.
That's fair. That's
A little preoccupying.
Then we head back to the body. Twister's still there
Can I
examining it.
identify what race?
Half elf.
Half elf.
Half elf?
Is there hair still on the body? Like,
Yes,
was it
there.
scalped as well? Is it brown hair?
Sorry, just going in and doing a double check on this. Yes, it is some brown hair. It's shorter than yours, though.
Um,
I'm not a half
Low.
elf, so.
This is at Lower Dura, right?
Yeah, you're in lower dirt right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Lila. So, ever been on a crime scene?
Not quite like this.
What do you mean by that?
You know, I've seen my fair share of bodies on my travels, but none of them quite so bloodied up.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating. Yeah, well, it's a nasty one. Not a fun one. Not a good first one.
Yes. It's just interesting to see you guys
Work.
have very little problems dealing with this type of scene.
Oh, I've been on my fair share of crime scenes. Excuse me? Sorry, you're interrupting a crime scene. You're interfering.
That small cat seems suspicious and mysterious.
You're under arrest.
Twister, detain them.
All right, they're escaping. The
You're
killer
under
is
arrest.
escaping.
Take these tiny little handcuffs.
While you guys are talking, is there anything around the crime scene? Like, anything that looks identifiable? Anything that the killer might have dropped while dropping off this body?
No. Can I get a perception check from everyone present?
Cool beans.
If you have anything helping you with hearing, do so at
Hearing?
advantage.
I perceive
Nothing.
You're dead.
the back of my eyelid.
You perceive a pillow and some blankets.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I perceive
Do I have
snoring.
anything with- I'm an elf. Do my elf ears?
Um,
What do I hear with my special
Hey.
ears?
Hey, let's go.
yeah, I'm gonna guidance.
Why are you gonna
Look at Johnny
D4?
with the dirty 20.
Because I have
19.
this
Ah,
that I always
No.
forget I have.
yes. Well, I guess it's my turn to make my perception check. I'm sure I will see everything, because I'm a pro detective. Okay. Um,
Listen,
You're a pro detective in my heart. Galen.
Lieutenant Squeakers is gonna take a very small pill and just.
it's operative squeakers.
I'm sorry, Operative Squeakers is gonna take a very small pill and just go.
Get it right, gosh.
Yeah, operative squeakers is just gonna crawl into Case's mouth as he sleeps.
Oh,
Listen, I went.
Operative squeakers is gonna drop individual bills into a Case's mouth.
A
Alright.
treat.
Nate, what do I hear of my
Alright.
special ears?
With a total of 24 from Velveteen and a 22 from Lila, the two of you listening in can start to hear some of the words coming from the crowd around you, and from
Clear off. Get.
one side of things you can see that there's a couple shifters, one of whom seems to have more canine features, another with more simian features, kind of like a bit of a tail growing out as well. And they're kind of discussing, and as they're turning away and looking, you hear one go, "It looks it's almost like what happened with Swiftclaw. Oh dear." On another side within the crowd, let's say Velveteen hears this one. You just kind of you see there's a dwarven individual who's kind of looking over this whole thing, and just kind of shakes their head while holding onto their stomach. They look like they're about to vomit, and they go, George, not this one. Well, and then they kind of like go off to find like a place to just really go ahead and just vomit there.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to see them vomit, wait a moment or two because I'm not gonna approach them as they finish vomiting, but I'll wait a moment and then approach them and inquire about who George was.
What the fuck? Sorry. Who are you?
Hello, Velveteen Despero. I am with the detective agency Eye of Many, and I'm like tap my like purse. I was like, I gotta scale him about a card or two. We are investigating this body, and you mentioned, I believe, George, was it? Same thing happened to them. I'm sorry, I'm a very keen listener. I tend to pay attention to a lot of things and details. Would you, if not forcing, but if you would like to share, it would help us very much so to catch the person who's doing this. Or
Yeah,
people.
what if a sick bastard killed this person over here? Got an old war friend of mine, George, not too long ago.
You'll see Velveteen very focused in on this point. Wolf friend, you said?
Yeah, it's been about a month and a half ago.
Where was...
Shortly after he lost his place, he was found just in some old abandoned building. In a similar state, but at least he got to keep his stuff with him. It's the only way we were able to know it was him.
Do you remember this exact warehouse?
It's closer to the... It's actually just about like... Okay, and they'll go in and give you instructions, and you'll be able to go to place that you can mark off. That'll be about like a 15-minute walk from where you're standing right now. Still like on the outskirts of Middle Dura, closer and Lower Dura, though.
Do you happen to know any other information at this point? I'm not trying to force it out of you. I'm just curious.
He got tapped by the Sharn Watch a few days before he went missing himself. Don't know what that was about. He didn't really say. He seemed to be pretty upset, though.
You said 15 minutes from here?
Yeah, it's about a 50-minute walk.
I will turn around. Galen, do you mind coming over here for a moment?
Yes, of course.
Do you mind?
Apologies. Galen Lord Morales. I'll pull out my business card.
Thanks, Harris.
Pleasure.
Harris here was telling me about another victim of theirs who was found about 15 minutes away in a warehouse.
Curious.
But apparently, when they fell victim, they didn't lose anything, unlike this poor person over here. And this was about a month ago, so if it seems possible, these have been ramping up, in my opinion, getting worse as the victims go on.
That certainly sounds like it. I don't know that. I can't ask about that. Never mind.
Were the guards ever around afterwards? Do you know if they ever checked the body?
Yeah, they scooped him up and brought him over into one of those places where they just kind of like poke and prod at the bodies, try to look at them. Don't know what happened. They never returned to. Just assume he got put into the cliffs for the funeral.
Body was never returned.
No.
Which department of the watch took the body? The local one or someone upstairs?
About the downstairs, and like you see them point and turn around, and you can see that there were now like a couple members of the Sharn Watch with full uniform who are marching along and just kind of like clearing everyone out of the way, moving towards the body. And you can see that they have a casket of sorts, kind of like at the ready.
Hmm.
All right, get out, get out. Who the fuck are you? Get away from the fucking body.
Excuse me. We have been tasked with this case. So we are investigating that. I
Oh.
will walk away from this.
Just for the case.
As
I
soon as I
fucking
hear
who?
this, can I cast in bold? Like I have my back turned away. I was still like looking at the body. As soon as I hear the Sharn watch like coming in, clearing people out, can I cast emboldening bond on myself and Galen?
Certainly.
Okay.
I'd also. Yeah, this will be obvious for everyone looking. You notice that these watch members don't have any insignia showing them to be working on the Durad Tower. They seem to be from Central Plateau.
Hmm.
So it's
Fascinating.
an even further distance for them. Get the fuck away, we need to take this one in.
Do we
We are still investigating. Thank you very much.
do we create a conflict?
Oh,
my-
congratulations.
I'm creating a
someone
conflict.
said. Congratulations, someone told you that you're investigating, but we're the goddamn watchmen. I'll move away.
Yes. Sorry, your fucking boss told us to investigate this case.
I'm sorry. Are you just going to take this body like it means nothing and just remove it because this was a person? I'm sorry. Is this what you're doing? You're doing your job poorly.
They have a dead body. We're not gonna find out too much more here. Now let us take it.
How do you know?
What
You
are-
haven't looked. You've just walked in with a casket, and you're like, "Oh, I know the scene already. I know what it's all about." Have you,
That-
stopped?
What are
Have
the
you got
dental
running?
records? What are the dental records like? Did they have dental?
I'm curious if this was one of your family members. Would you just want them to be picked up and thrown away like they were nothing? Is this what you would want? I'm curious.
One of them, the one that has been talking, just kind of like starts moving over to you, Velveteen, and gets right in your face. They're about, you can see like they're standing about 6'2", like this is a much burlier one of the two. Face hidden by helm. And just kind of like looking right at you. And you can hear the one go, alright, do you want to let us do our jobs, or do you want to make a problem out of this?
I'm
You want us to
sorry.
do our
If
job?
yeah, if I remember correctly, my associate over here, Galen, was saying we were investigating this. I believe that is our job. Now, if you want to
Oh.
let us do our fucking job, then we'll do this.
Yeah.
How about that?
Give us a few brief moments to finish up our investigation, and sure, yes, take the body off wherever, and then we will come check it out once you finish doing your autopsies and dental records and all of that. And then
Oh,
you'll
sure.
be happy to relay that information to us, as said by Commander Ayana.
What proof do you have?
I believe we have proof. I believe they gave us
I
a
don't think
paper.
you gave us anything.
No, I
You were
remember
given
checking.
us. You're given
Yeah.
a slip of paper.
Oh,
Yeah, we have the paper. Yeah.
hello.
Do you want to look this over, or are you too illiterate to read it? I'm curious.
Don't outwardly. Antagonize
Man
them.
or is this a man or a woman?
Both
Body.
these figures are men, as far as you can
No,
tell.
the body.
Oh, the body? Yeah, it's a male.
Man. Okay. Thank you. I'm like writing a list and I'm updating it.
The guard that has been talking the whole time that you show that to, you just kind of like see a look that goes from confused to worried to angry. Fuck. Alright. Do your investigation, but we'll go ahead. We're gonna get some paperwork ourselves done.
Thank you. That's all we were
Hello.
asking for.
Do they walk
they just
away
got,
or
like,
just hang around?
They give like one more swear and like start walking away. And as they do, kind of hear them go, oh, the fuck is that jackass doing investigating into this?
Can I see if any of them look familiar?
Neither of them look familiar. One had the face hidden by a helm, and the other one was a human man with like short cropped dark hair.
Can we tell who they're referring? Which of us they're referring to as that jackass?
It might not have been someone present. It might have
Oh.
been the
The
Simon.
commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The commander.
All right.
Hey. Is there anything else we found out?
Well, we were trying to talk to someone who I presume is gone now. Did we do like investigation checks of like the area kind of like around like this blood splatter? Does the blood splatter look like it was intentionally put here or just like haphazardly as the body was kind of like tossed here?
Looking
Like what's the
over
blood
again.
splatter analysis tell
Yeah.
me?
You won't need to roll on this one. I'll just say that all of you can kind of like looking at this now, especially Velveteen, who realized that the blood came after the doesn't seem like the blood came from the body, but somewhere after the drop. Might have been something that someone just kind of like had in a bucket or something, and then just kind of like dumped right onto the walls.
A calling card.
Yeah, there's about like a couple gallons worth.
And is
Uh,
this blood presumably fresher than the blood that is from this body, or is presumably like would this blood theoretically be as old as this body is, or is it different?
That's a good question.
It's flaky. It's gotten brown from age with the chemical change that happens, but yeah, it's tough to figure out too much more.
Can I tell? Because this blood had to come from somewhere. Is there a slaughterhouse nearby?
Yeah, there's always slaughterhouses and other kind of like butcher shops around the area. You're not too far away from like a marketplace where those kind of works would be happening. There'd be probably about 8 or 9 just within the marketplace itself to handle all the customers that frequent there, and probably a few more around like Lower Dura itself.
That's too much to just investigate each one,
Mm-hmm.
and it might not even be connected.
This body here could like based on the like rate of of a decomposition and kind of what is going on, like chest ripped out and everything, could have all of this blood that's on this wall been from this person, or would it have had to come from some other source?
It could theoretically be from this one person or another source. Either way,
Gallons? You said they were kind of plump with decomp? Now I'm just arguing about how decomposition works.
And I'm forgetting like the exact time frames and all that stuff myself. There's a bit of a bloat. It's been long enough that rigor mortis has gone away, at least. And like just kind of like some of the floats of the body breaking down gases starting to form.
All right.
There's nothing else here. No way to... There's no, like, tattoos on this person.
No
Nothing
distinguishing
like that.
marks.
Coop. Maybe we see if there were any missing person report regarding a half-elven man.
I mean, we're in Lower Dura. People go missing all the time. We're gonna open up 15 more murder cases if we look through the missing persons list. It's worth a shot, but
it's also a possibility that it's this body, well, this person didn't come from Lower Dura.
Like what? Can I look at their hand?
Yeah.
how like well like is it calloused like it's a worker's hand? Is there like dirt and stuff under the fingernails? Like is there like any like dried blood or anything under the fingernails like they were attempting to fight back whoever was their attacker?
There is blood on the fingernails, and like you see the flaying, so the skin on the palm is removed.
So they flayed the palms off to stop that kind of look. I will I'll pull out a little vial and I will scrape some blood off of from under his fingernail.
I am saying this because it might help. Did they also flay the feet?
No.
No, they didn't.
They didn't flay the feet.
Interesting.
I genuinely don't know this question. Are there? There's not.
Like calluses
Feet
on their
prints?
feet to determine
No,
how
like-
what kind of like life
no,
they led.
stupid. I was asking if there are fingerprints on the.
No, Brian.
On
no.
toe prints?
Who's
I
barking?
don't think that's a thing.
As someone who's
Everyone
been,
look at your
been-
toesies.
as hold on, as someone
Idiot.
who's been in the system, they don't do toe prints.
Okay, I figured it was a long shot. Are they
we-
calloused?
Yeah, yeah. What's kind of the foot situation?
Yeah,
look
like are they like a hard worker? Like depending on like the calluses.
are they
They
on
are
their
very-
feet a lot?
Do they
Yeah, they're-
stand a lot?
Listen, if a lot of shit's missing, you gotta dig everywhere.
Does it look like they had a desk job?
Dig everywhere, pull on those nitrile gloves, everyone.
No,
There we go.
we're not going up
There.
the butt with this.
Welcome to CSI Sharn.
Listen, I don't think Nate would let us do that anyway.
This is a noir game.
Yeah.
What's more noir than this?
Hold on.
No,
Here,
no,
let me
We
go
gotta
spend 10
investigate.
Let me go spend 10 minutes to wake a Cass up. The Cass, we need your hands for something.
Why can't?
Because you're clearly the one instigating this as well. I don't want to check his butt.
Who said anything? I was probably
Okay, where else? Are we
Are all of his teeth ripped out?
The teeth are still there.
Dental records.
Yeah.
Do we
What do the teeth look like? Are they like well taken care of, or are they kind of like yellowed and like some of them are rotting? Like maybe like some having dental care and then some not having dental. Nate, I'm trying.
It's like, all right, I got
Probably they're the
dental
stand-
area.
They're the standard that you see for the common person around this world. There's yellowing, plaque, there's some cavities. But, yeah, like, there's crookedness and all that. Just think stereotypical, like, 60s British.
Does anyone have like any like molding clay? We can just get a bite mark, you know. and
Oh
take
yes, let
that
me pull
back?
that out of my. No, I don't.
Okay.
I think that's
Just making
about
sure.
it. I don't think we can get anything else from this body.
Can I get a little bit of his saliva and put it in a vial? I
There's
don't-
no
I know-
saliva.
What? There's no saliva in his mouth at all?
No.
Okay.
To be fair, this body's been like probably dead for like a month. I don't think it's
Actually, no,
producing
there is
saliva
one thing.
anymore.
Only been dead for 2 days.
Is there any of that red residue
Oh, any
that
powder.
we've been founding? The red powder. Is there any of that on his body?
We could do a line off of him.
No, you don't see any residue on them past, like, the
Just
destruction of the
Timmy looks
veins
on.
around the
Okay.
knife wound.
Okay, that's it then.
All
But
right.
little Timmy has to learn. The streets are hard. He does, Stone. He does. He's not gonna make it out unless he starts slinging drugs
Yeah,
and becomes a pro athlete.
The streets are hard. Watch as 4 detectives do lines of red cocaine off of this flayed face ass dude.
Yeah. Gotta do these lines before you know.
Yeah.
Inspect further.
What
Alright.
the fuck?
Nate, come on. You said they were naked. You could have gave them clothes. This doesn't cross my mind.
But
that
then
they're
that'd be a
clothes.
distinguishing feature.
Yeah, but
Sure.
come on. Naked individuals in the streets. I'm like, oh, I gotta check up the butt and gotta check the mouth, the butt, all the other
Alright.
orifices.
I think there is nothing else.
Why
for
is
us
that
to
your
do here.
assumption?
No, I don't think so either.
'Cause you made
Um,
them naked.
Well,
We
there is
didn't-
one more thing to do.
What?
cover the body?
Oh. I presume the watch didn't like walk that far away.
Did they take the casket?
Yeah, they took the caskets.
Why?
They just kind of like
The-
left it to. Yeah, they took the casket with them. all
Because
They
the
just
they're
like fully
assholes,
left.
that's
We were like,
why.
just give us a few more seconds, then you can do whatever you need to do, and they just fully left. What
Hmm.
jerks?
They're clearly not paid salary. They're paid by the hour.
They
so they don't
expect
care.
us to freaking take it over, don't they?
Well, totally didn't mute my mic and then forget to unmute it.
Oh, Aaron,
Aaron,
welcome
please.
back.
I had to deal with my cat, so I muted my mic, and
Yeah.
then I started talking a couple times, and I'm like, why is my thing not showing up?
Aaron, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, Aaron, is there anything you want to
And
investigate?
no, you guys covered basically everything.
Okay.
You wanted to look at his feet too,
Yeah.
Aaron? That's weird.
Aaron, why do you have those?
Aaron, what the
Why does your character have those plastic gloves and checking up their butt? What's
I-
wrong with you? Come on. We were
Don't worry
joking
about
about this.
All right, I'm gonna cover the body, like just
Mm.
take like a sheet and just. Do I have a sheet? I hope I have a sheet.
Why would you?
We can
just be
say
carrying
you
a
have
sheet?
something on you.
Okay.
Something's a ghost. That's their job, clearly.
Boo!
Nate, I have a question.
Yes.
I presume that a corpse is no longer a creature in D&D terms.
It is. Yeah, it is. There are actually rules that when they're dead, they're no longer a creature. They are an object.
That's what I was hoping you wouldn't say. I can't detect an object's thoughts.
I don't
Granted,
think there's any thoughts going on in there. anyways.
whatever thought residue I
I like
can
to imagine
scrape
like
off his brain.
I have a gigabrain idea.
Take some of his hair.
I like to imagine the guy's final
gonna take
thoughts
some of
were,
this.
I hope no one goes and checks my blood for anything.
What's your idea, Brian?
We find someone that knew a previous victim.
Uh-huh.
They show us. They try to give us some way of seeing that person's face,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then I locate object.
Mm-hmm.
On the
On the
face.
face.
What if,
Oh.
and hear me out here, what if we
That's-
just literally talked to someone who had the exact thing happen and the Yuki's looking object on them? Because I believe our friend Harry was just like,
Harris.
Harris had the exact thing happen to them. They're right over there still probably. They just got done puking, so
So they're good.
you can ask them.
I mean, that is certainly a route we could take. I think it's a good idea. As Galen is like crouching and like plucking some of this guy's hair out and putting it in a little vial.
How many vials do you carry on you? Just-
I carry everything that I need for a case. I have the little triangles that have the numbers on them. I just I have the chalk too if you want me to draw around the body.
No. There's too much blood around the body. It's perfectly fine.
Anybody have like not major image, but like minor illusion or something like
Do
that?
you have like a blue chalk though? I want to do some sketches earlier.
God!
Of
Of course, the one that has all the stuff that like do illusion stuff isn't there.
I have minor illusion and I'm in
Uh,
bed.
Yes, I do have blue chalk. I have a whole drawing kit.
Mhm.
Oh, you've never been in my room. You've never seen any of my composite sketches.
You have composite sketches?
Oh yes.
You want to talk about this later? You know.
Oh yes. I'm
Yeah.
a trained artist.
Okay.
I-
I imagine you do
I-
great work. I mean,
Yes, thank you. It's tragically it's a lot of drawings of autopsies because I didn't have a camera before.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm calling it, a nickname. I don't know why. Anyway, let's cover this body with a sheet and leave.
A
Yeah.
camera. This sounds very foreign and weird.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's not very park champ. I'll just say.
Did Harris leave?
Harris was leaving, yeah, after
Okay.
the interview.
And fuck, the person that could have potentially recognized those shifters from the bar that they work at, that's all shifters, isn't here. That's cool.
That's funky fresh.
I'm sorry I got stabbed.
Yeah, do
Who
better
did
next
that
time.
shit?
Should be.
Have a better AC.
What
I'm
we
kidding.
yeah,
I'm kidding.
what we have 100% learned though is that there have been bodies that have been dealt with by the Sharn Watch that were not reported to us.
Yes, because we were only told about 3 bodies.
Yes. And what? We heard of two other ones?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And then this one.
And then this one.
What
It's-
if?
What if?
Seems very unusual to me that it took this long for Sharn Watch to come over.
Well, they were
And
from
why?
the
And why
Central
from?
Tower.
Why from Central Plateau?
Yeah.
Of all places.
Since it's only a 15-minute walk, would you want to investigate where Harris's friend was found?
We could. It was a month and a half ago, so I doubt we would find anything there. When Achaeus and I went to, and when we all went to previous alleyways, I presume we didn't find much.
I mean, we found a box of things.
I mean, granted, we haven't all discussed the things we have found. Maybe we should all meet up again.
Yes.
Discuss all the things.
Yeah.
And
we
wake
should.
Achaeus' ass up.
Hmm.
You can take a short rest. We've been gone for long enough. Roll
Yeah,
those
we
hit
have.
dice.
Yeah.
So
Get,
you
get
can
back.
get your spells
those
back.
hit
Yeah,
dice,
get back in the
Warlock.
game. Come on, we need you. Jeez.
Come on.
You're letting us down over here.
I feel bad that you're not here and we're just like, fucking shoving our hands up this man's ass.
We haven't done
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yet,
we do.
okay? We haven't done that yet. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Come on. We
Yes.
could be shoving our hands up our asses together.
You
All
know,
Why are you shooting here?
you have more than one hit dice. Come on.
So you all go
Before-
ahead and
there
make
you go.
your
Stop bullying me.
way
We're
back
not
to the
bullying
base.
you. We need you.
Yes, we are making our way to the base. I
Yeah.
believe. We're gonna cover the body with the sheet
Making our
that
way.
Twister pulls out of nowhere.
Where'd
Alright,
I pull her from? You'll never find.
I don't think any of us want to know.
We'll go ahead and
No.
take a quick break right here, a few minutes,
I'm
to
so
go ahead and
thirsty,
stretch,
thank God.
get some water and stuff. I need to take care of the dog. I'm dog sitting. There's a storm and they've been barking like crazy, so I might need to bring them into my room so they feel comfortable.
Yeah, go ahead.
Baby
Aw.
Clumper.
Baby.
Alright.
My cat lost a toy under my dresser. I gotta go get it.
Oh, rip.
So-
I have nothing
we-
to do, so I'll just sit here.
Not yet. Hold on.
Okay. No.
Alright, see y'all in a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Make sure to take care of yourselves. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and continue on with.
Aaron, you just doxed me. Shit.
Stop saying words. What do you mean?
Yeah, but Nate was talking.
You
when Stone
didn't
said
hear
it.
anything.
What? I don't live in
Okay.
a state in the South, Georgia. Damn it! I did it again. It's fine. Some of us live in other states. Utah, Ohio.
No one lives in
California.
Ohio.
I don't know where Aaron lives.
Aaron, dox yourself.
Yeah, Aaron, dox yourself real quick.
New York.
Okay. You know,
That's
Aaron,
not even right.
You know what, Aaron? Aaron,
That's
don't
not-
tell,
I know
Aaron,
it's not right.
Aaron, don't tell us where you live. Just hit me with that social security card real quick.
I got you.
I appreciate it.
Alright, thank you very.
For the social security card, no problem.
A case.
Yes.
What's up?
You
you
die in your
doing?
sleep.
Oh my god.
There's a small
doing?
mouse. There's a small mouse holding a pillow over you.
Can
What
you
do
give
do?
me a wisdom save?
Oh Lord.
You're really being hit with the wisdom saves today,
It's really
bestie.
funny because I'm proficient in wisdom saves. I still have a negative one.
Alright.
I
No.
don't see anything.
You drift to sleep during this nap of yours. And kind of. That should be obvious.
Yeah.
During this
Yeah.
quick rest of yours, you begin to feel yourself going into a dream. And in here you are. You are back on the farmstead. You can see over into the distance along the end of the crops, looking over everything, and some of the people there kind of like tending to everything is sorry if I'm getting this wrong, Sienna?
Yes, that is how you pronounce it.
Okay. Sienna, your old partner who is admiring everything, just looking over. And in their hand, you can see a little young girl, who has like the same like rabbit-like features that you have, holding onto their hand. What do you do?
I mean, depends on the context of the dream. Does it feel normal, or does it feel like it like nothing
You
has
feel
happened?
like you are back home.
Like everything has happened, but now I am back home with them.
You don't even remember what is to happen at this point.
Oh, okay. So it's just like nothing ever happened, alright? I mean, I'm gonna go over to my beautiful partner, and just kind of put my arm around their shoulders and give them a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay, yes, that surprised us there.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, Lily. Look who's finally
Oh.
awake. And like Lily kind of like looks up at you, kind of like gives a small shy wave, and like hides her face that for like which has a smile to it before kind of like just digging in, looking back at you.
I'll like crouch down and like I'll like ruffle the hair between her ears and like kind of play with her ears a little bit and just like aw. And then I'll give her a little kiss on the forehead.
She blushes and smiles at that, and kind of like just raises her arms up in a way that you understand to be like pick up and kind of like put you on your shoulders. Put her on your shoulders.
Yeah. I'll pick her up and like spin her around a little bit, and then like settle her like so her legs are like dangling between my shoulders. And like kind of like how the parents do like the airplane type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take her on a little airplane ride.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Sienna just kind of like watches over the whole thing and just goes and sits down onto the grass and smiles at admiring the sight. Eventually, like when you put Lily back down to the like just kind of like let her back down, she kind of like grabs your hand and kind of like very softly drags you over to tries to pull you over back over to Sienna as well. And,
yeah, I mean, I'll let her, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like does little kid like motions to get you to sit down on one side, and then just snuggles up between the two of you.
Is this so wholesome?
It's okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just sit down, and I'll take Lily onto my lap, and I'll hold my partner's hand, my spouse.
The two of you continue to just kind of like sit there and watch the wind blow against the fields, resting your heads on each other's eventually, as you drift back awake.
And I'm getting a phone call. I'll call.
Ring
I'll
ring.
call my
Who
dad.
is it? Not your spouse.
Ring ring. Who is it?
Wow.
It's your.
It's your dead kid.
It's your dead kid.
Whoa.
You gotta
Oh,
come pick up
wow.
at soccer practice, Dad.
No,
Also, I'm dead.
I'll call my dad back after. Do you need me for anything more?
It's just that you can hear the door opening down below as the rest of the party makes their way inside.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a bit and call my
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
back.
Take care of it. We'll have lib and shit.
So, what did we all find on our various missions? We can get Chaos's part whenever they awaken.
Yeah, we might as well let them sleep for a bit. No need to wake them up right away.
That's fine by me. Should I start or?
You can start if you want. It's perfectly fine with us.
Okay. So I looked around Middledura, seeing if there was any missing people, anyone that had went missing, anyone that if there were any bodies that were found. Came across nothing. Found this half goblin, half halfling person looking for a box of some kind. I decided to help them, and I found what was the box again? It was like a silvery box, right? Could you describe the box again for me?
Sorry, just kind of like looking back over. The box is painted black with red trimmings and silver lettering.
Okay. So, leathering or lettering?
Lettering, yeah.
Okay.
It was in
What
a
did the-
language you don't understand.
Okay. It was a box with like that was black with red trimming and silver lettering that I didn't understand at all. I saw that it was already open, so I looked in, and there were spots for vials of something, but it wasn't there anymore. and
Huh.
there was this red residue along the edges of it, and I'll pull out like the small little pouch that I have. The red residue's in here. Before you do that,
I'm not gonna rub the coke on my gums.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
when I was trying to get some of this,
Mm.
I had a reaction to it. Well, I didn't have a reaction to it, but I felt like I wanted to stab the person closest to me.
Fascinating.
But it didn't happen. After I finished doing that, this did the guy appear out of thin air? Like, was he just there?
It's like he just showed up all of a sudden. You did not
Okay.
hear his approach.
And then all of a sudden, out of completely nowhere, this half-elven man showed up. Twister will describe him the same appearance that Galen recognizes. Came up to me, asked for the box in a somewhat threatening manner. I didn't really have much, so in an act of not wanting to cause a conflict, gave him the box. Says he knew me, and then vanished into the crowd.
That was probably a wise choice. That man who you just described was the one that was disguised as me, and that nearly murdered Achaeus.
Oh. That's
Can I come
interesting.
downstairs at this point?
Certainly.
Speaking of,
How are you feeling, Achaeus?
Like I got stabbed. So I'm not
To be
great.
fair,
Alright.
you did.
Yeah,
Did.
it's not great. I hear that we were talking about what we all discovered.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to fill me in on what you guys found at the body afterwards.
of course.
After I had a run-in with the guy that you were talking about, I walked back and I noticed that one of the Sharn guards was looking at me very intently as I was heading back down to Lower Dura,
Hmm.
and said something into a stone.
While we were walking through Upper Dura, well, while I was walking through Upper Dura and carrying Achaeus' body, a lot of the guards like turned to me and approached me, but before kind of hearing something from, was it their helmets or also a stone? Or no, it's telepathically, right?
Yeah, it was telepathically. They just put their hands against their heads as if, like, hearing something all of a sudden.
Yeah, they kind of got a like, they put their hands against their head and heard some kind of message or something. Presumably, at least there's some word getting passed to the god about us. Because they did not stop me from carrying a basically corpse, no offense, through Upper Dura, which, you know, generally you don't like to see someone do.
Yeah. That's... I feel like the perpetrator, or at least whoever's doing this, has to be, at the very least, another commander.
Essentially.
I mean, with the reach, because this was in Upper Dura, and what happened to me when I saw that guard was in Lower Dura, and the lack of response from the guards makes me feel like they wanted us to see this body.
Essentially. What did you all discover in your specific alleyway?
Well, we checked over. There wasn't really much to find except for, and I will pull out. I believe it was a What did we find again, Nate?
Y'all found, sorry, a broken and bloody sewing box.
Oh yeah, we found a. I wanted to say sewing box, but I was like, I will pull out the broken and bloodied sewing box.
Oh.
We haven't really opened it yet. I just felt like a team activity to open it, just in case. You know. Also, that we needed gloves. May I have a pair of those? Do you have them in medium?
Yes.
Okay.
I pull out like basically, you know, how like when magicians do the thing where they keep pulling out like fabric that's all tied
Yeah.
together. It's not, but it's gloves.
Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
That's so many gloves.
I like to be prepared in case I ever need to touch anything.
Would you like to do the honors? I'll assist.
I mean, it's your prize.
Okay. I'll slowly open it up, Nate.
Okay.
We die.
It blows up. We die immediately.
Are these
God damn.
are these trading cards?
You
Is
see
that a
inside our?
Mewtwo?
You see 3 blue eyes white dragons.
Oh, three
No.
blue
Oh
eyes.
shit.
Oh shit!
Uh,
It's
I'm retiring.
Exodia.
I'm retiring. Goodbye.
It's Exodia.
oh no, is that Kaiba?
Kai was on his way to rob you, or
I
send
was
you to
like
the
a
hospital if you
daddy,
don't give
you
him his
know?
children's cards.
He is a daddy. He's a billionaire. He's you know got a fucked up childhood. Yeah, Kaiba's a daddy. Do you know at one
I'd
point?
let Kaiba Kai my.
Do you know at one point Kaiba bought 51% of his own company to stab his stepdad in the back? Please,
Write
Write a
someone
someone
lore
stop.
sheet on Kaiba.
Please, someone start talking. I
What?
sound like a fucking nerd right now, Nate. Come on.
Anyway,
You are a
what
nerd.
are?
I know I'm a
What's in
nerd,
the
Nate.
box?
Stop.
Inside the box,
Pinhead.
What? How's my head?
inside the box is well, outside again is the initials of KH.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
Got it.
Hearts.
KH.
I find
As-
like large shoes.
Oh yeah, it was C, wasn't it?
Please
I have
just let
C
him
written,
tell
but I
us
guess
what's
it's
in the
okay.
box.
Karma, right?
And
That-
it is empty except for some bits of dry blood that seeped from the outside in.
oh.
Any contents that were there have been removed, it would appear.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Is there like a fake bottom to it?
Yeah, can I like press on the inside? Like maybe like activating. I don't like this motion. Can I like don't like that motion either. Can I press on the inside to see like? Shut up, Beck. I'm trying to do these off and these. They were
you
like one
touch
of
it?
these. Yeah, I'll touch.
Alright, roll a charisma saving throw.
I mean, even if we're wearing gloves?
Oh,
Even if you're
I'm
wearing
great.
gloves.
I am okay. Thank God. I'm really shitty at charisma.
Is it everyone or?
No, it's
Just the one
me.
touching.
Just
Okay.
me.
But I mean,
So-
the
No,
Velveteen's not
it's-
touching, the gloves touching.
It's fine. Look, I got an 8. It's okay. I'm dead.
Alright.
It's okay.
Velveteen, make an unarmed strike against Galen.
Oh, cool. Do you want me to just roll what? An attack?
D20 plus either strength or dexterity.
You're better at that.
Okay. So
Yikes.
D20 plus 8. Or D20 plus 4. So an 18.
Alright, that's a 14 hit Galen.
No, it's no, it's with you
A,
said
a 14 would have hit Galen.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. All right.
Either way.
And what is your strength score, Velveteen?
it's 18, so it would be a plus 4.
so
Alright, so Galen's about to take 5 points of damage as Velveteen, you go to press on, and as you press against this dried blood, you notice that there is a surge of some kind that climbs up you, and all of a sudden you just feel an intense amount of anger and a desire to go ahead and inflict pain on something. And you turn to the closest one to you at this moment, Galen, and you go ahead and just immediately send a punch right into their face.
Oh my god.
Am I angry still, or can I be
You calm down
apologetic?
immediately.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Something took
I-
over. Something took over.
That was completely unnecessary.
No. 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 No.
Can I-
No. I'm curious.
About what?
I mean,
I'm curious. You just punched me in the
yeah,
goddamn
yeah,
face.
I understand. I punched you, and I apologize, but you didn't sound like yourself a second ago. I don't think when I go to get hit, I sound different, and then I go back into my
You
voice.
never watch those what are they called? Slapstick comedies where they kind of bonk someone and they go through like a bunch of different accents before returning back to their
If
normal
you
one.
remember correctly, when we visited a theater, it would be my first time visiting a theater. I've never seen a comedy in my life.
Well, then maybe you should invest yourself in culture, maybe.
I've been in the military all my life. Investing in culture at this point seems redundant.
Oh, yes, because in the military you're too busy investigating other people's cultures and destroying them.
So can we
Isn't the point?
get back to the fact that he touched the box and then punched Galen in the face?
Does
I would
the
like to
box
get
have
back to that.
this red residue on it?
The box, the outside has blood, and you can see the inside. There's some that seems to get seeped inside as well. Touching the outside did no effect to you, though. I'd
Let's
say
not
with
touch
that
the
now,
inside of the box.
I'd say with that now, looking at it, you notice that there is a slight, ever so slight discoloration between some parts on the inside as well as some that got through the cracks. These might be two different sources after all.
Just
What's this
realized.
insight check for?
I just realized that was me investigating you sounding different
Oh.
if I hit you.
Oh, sorry, let me... Galen seems fine. Galen seems honest, seems right about culture and theater.
I mean, okay.
It was before the whole rant about culture.
I just now noticed it. But I rolled a 24.
Interesting.
Well, there's only one way to confirm.
You hurt Johnny's
I'm gonna
feelings
put,
in real
I'm
life.
gonna put my hand on the box. Or
with
in
the-
the.
Everyone back away from Twister. Twister's doing this,
Hold
so
on.
no one else gets
No.
punched in the face.
Hold on. Hear me out.
I'm
Hear me
doing
out.
it next to Velveteen.
Hold
so
on,
if anyone gets
hold-
pushed, it's Velveteen.
Hold on. Hear me out. Maybe, hypothetically, this time when I go to touch it, I use my prosthetic hand so I don't go into bloody fit of rage.
I think.
Why
it's-
are we touching it again? At all?
I mean...
We saw what happened.
investigating?
We saw what happened the first
If
time.
you
we
want to
had
punch me again, then just fucking punch me again.
I mean, I have nothing against you. I don't want to punch you in the first place.
Right.
I'm looking to see if there's anything under it. I'm just touching it.
Are you? Oh, you're
Yeah.
touching the inside?
No,
Yes.
no, I'm giving him the box. I'm giving him the box then.
I'm
Nope.
I'm gonna cast let me see what guidance does exactly. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast bless on myself. Velveteen and Achaeus.
Okay.
Can't wait for you to make an attack roll with
Make a
bless
charisma
against one
saving
of us.
throw.
Charisma save.
I
It's
am
okay.
far away from Twister.
It's
I'm-
okay.
I
think
have
that-
proficiency in this. I'm fine.
All right. Yeah, you don't feel. Touch and feel a bit of anger starts forming within you all of a sudden that you can't explain. But you're able to keep control of yourself through this and just kind of like move around, and you still don't really see if there's like a false bottom or anything. There's nothing on the underside of the box itself.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing. And I did feel that same familiar surge of anger, but I kept it down. Just don't touch the inside.
So it's related
Um,
to something.
Mhm.
That was a great sentence, me. Yes, Achaeus.
No, I wanted to ask Nate something. When we were, they took the vial I had, right? The people took the vial I had.
Yeah, they took the vial you had.
Fuckers. Okay. I was just double checking. I did not have that file anymore.
Did you find anything else, Velveteen?
Outside of this, no. We mostly had a very uneventful evening. Well, before,
Both of you?
you know.
It was very quiet.
Aaron, you want to speak up, gamer?
You are very quiet.
You want to share with the rest of the class?
I mean, you basically explained everything.
Yeah, I know, Aaron, but you still have to talk, okay? I'm giving you the floor.
By the time I get ready to talk, you say everything.
Oh, Aaron, come on. If you have anything else you want to share, even if I've already explained it, you can. This is a group session. Everyone has to be involved.
Just cut Johnny off.
Yeah, just cut me off.
Yeah.
Everyone else does it. It's fine.
Like doing it.
It's Aaron. I'm gonna be okay with it. I don't.
No,
I
I don't
don't
like doing that
mind.
to anybody, not even just
Aaron. It's
I'm
fine.
Made it.
So it was a quiet evening.
Yeah, mostly just went into the dumpster,
Oh.
found the box, and on our way home we found that body.
Oh, and I see that you have groceries. Are these just, or did loose grocery bags just get dropped off here?
No, I was going to make us food.
Oh,
Oh.
lovely. What were
Yeah.
you planning on prepping for us?
I was going to make spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, lovely. I do love a good pasta.
I could make
So-
something everybody can eat.
So,
Mhm.
Twister gestures to what, Caius' scar. What happened with you, Caius?
Well, I went to the tailor's shop, and I made my way inside, invisible, and I looked around a bit with a candle, and I found some of that red powder, which I put into a vial. And then I couldn't find anything else, so I left. And that is when I encountered the who I thought was Galen, and was not Galen. But I was not aware of that until I agreed to accompany them to meet some people. They said they were their contacts, and on our way there, our Galen, the real Galen, telepathically communicated that I was not, in fact, following them. And so they followed us up to the upper central plateau, to a building that looked quite out of place for the upper central plateau, kind of boarded up. And I went inside with them to meet with two of their acquaintances, and gave over the red powder that I really shouldn't have, knowing that they weren't real, but I wanted to play along, to try to get more information. And then Galen revealed himself, and it didn't go well. One thing that I believe we learned from our encounter is this person who apparently can take on other faces is unable to be charmed, as I attempted to use suggestion on them and was unsuccessful.
And I couldn't detect their thoughts either.
So there's something unique about them in that sense. But then before we could do anything, They pulled a flaming blade out of air, sliced my abdomen open, and I fell unconscious until I was brought back at a nearby temple? Question mark.
Yes.
Temple.
The Temple of the Undying Court, yes. Achaeus was sliced, as aforementioned, and in that moment disappeared for a full minute before the unconscious body appeared on the floor. In that time, the imposter and their associates left.
Interesting. This person who you couldn't perceive a charm, did they have any, like, outside of stealing Galen's figure, did they have any, like, smoky or, like, other substances coming from them?
Yeah,
No.
right? They were kind of shadowy. When I saw them before, they were shadowy, yes?
I don't think so. I don't
When
recall
they
that
first
being
showed
the-
up in the alleyway, when I ran into them the first time, if that's the same person. I thought they were, but okay.
I'm sorry. Can you refresh me on this one? What
When I
connecting
went to the
dots?
alley that I
Okay.
was murdered in, and Galen showed up and was kind of like face smokily turned into a few different other faces and shit.
Oh, yeah, there was a bit of a smoke this as they were changing form.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but that was really it.
So it seems like we've been dealing with the same person, others dealing with them in a worse way, but that's why I believe I saw today fleeing the body we recently found.
You know, kind of.
How did they leave the place?
They just
Galen.
Oh, I believe they just walked out, right? I just let them walk out.
They teleported out.
They teleported,
Okay.
so even worse.
And
Yeah.
then I saw that person, and they took the box that I was looking at, and then went to the crowd, and that was it.
And they were a like in that form, they were a half elven person with brown hair, right?
Brown hair, like they had like a face that looks like you can blend in with the crowd. They had no features about them that you could.
No
Say
discernible
is-
features,
Yeah.
but
they
brown
just-
hair and a half elf.
Yeah, they. That's the best you can go. Otherwise, it's just like you're trying to
What-
describe the
What
most average
shade
person.
of brown hair? Do I have this brown
Walnut
hair
brown.
in this vial?
Walnut, interesting.
Walnut.
Twister, did the person you encounter look like have the similar hair to the body that you guys found?
Different hair.
Nate? Damn it.
Different hair.
That's what the head shaking.
I
figure-
Yeah.
thought about
was.
that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to confirm.
Can I help you? Hello?
That's what I was thinking. I thought that at first
Oh
because
my god.
their body. Well, now we can get into the body since you weren't there.
Wait, have we discussed what Galen?
I
found?
visited my wife, and honestly, she didn't really know her, so it was kind of a waste of time. But I got to talk with my wife, which was lovely.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. The last time, yeah, that she had seen her was 3 months ago. They were part of the same kind of tailored group, but they really only talked about, fabric-y stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
The body. Let me pull out what notes I wrote down.
Galen, do you still have that? What would you call it? A photograph?
Oh, yes.
May I
Don't know
see a
who's-
few of these, please? I believe you took more
Yeah.
than one.
I took 2. I have a picture of the body, like the kind of like the crime scene with the body kind of close up, and then a picture of specifically the stab wound with the kind of spreading out effect and the evidence of healing around it. Those are the 2 pictures that I took.
This might sound a little rude. Achaeus, do you mind standing up, please? I just want to see if the stab mark in their chest matches. Maybe it lines up with the way you were stabbed. This is
It is-
why
Sure.
I'm curious.
Sure.
You look over and you can see they are different types of wounds.
I'm just making sure.
Cases as like the cauterization around their like chest wound, while the knife wound in the back, the wound in the back is much cleaner, not as ragged and jagged. And again, like there's those marks of like darkness in the veins that stays even with the body being dead.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
I will also then hand the photos to a KS to see if they want to see them.
Gross. No, he wouldn't say that.
Nasty.
Ew, yucky.
Ew.
That KS is like,
Awesome.
Ew!
his other orifices. What? Excuse
Did
me?
you check his anus?
What? No, that'd be disgusting.
Um.
But- Yeah, as you can see, face flayed off, stab wound, palms flayed as well.
Presumably alive until their face was ripped off or their heart was taken out.
That's awful.
Rope burns
Fair
around the wrists.
That's painting quite a vivid picture.
We also found out that there were other victims that were not reported to the watch, or that were not reported at all.
I see.
Yeah, we talked with one Dwarven person who had a friend, George, that went missing a month and a half. Well, was found dead a month and a half ago in an abandoned warehouse. And apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, Velveteen, but this George was talked to by the Sharn Watch before they went missing.
This is very true, yes. So it seems like the Sharn are having in contact with victims weirdly before they've gone missing.
At least
Potentially,
one
well,
instance.
at least this instance.
So it might be something with the watch.
But could we have two
Possibly.
cases in a row where it's the Watch's? I mean, yes, but
I mean, ACAB.
yes, ACAB.
The watch
Then-
can be easily paid off.
True, and then they showed up and they yelled at us, and then we were like, "We have a piece of paper," and they were like, "Fine," and then they left.
Yeah. Although the watch that came over wasn't from Lower Dura. They were from Central Plateau.
They're from the Central Plateau.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing all the way down here?
We don't know. It seemed very weird. Not a place.
Should we? Did you ask this person that you talked to if they knew what type of watch, whether it be Lower Dura or Central, from the Central Plateau?
They gestured towards the ones that were approaching as our conversation ended.
Mm-hmm.
So the same ones, presumably.
So maybe we should find out who the head of the Upper
Central
Central or the Central Plateau watch is.
Do I know that?
Did I know that information?
Do I know
Do
that?
I know
Probably
that
not.
information?
Would I know that
Probably
information?
not. No, I
Would any
probably-
of us know that information?
Nate, do we know?
Yeah, Nate.
Nate.
No.
Nate.
Would
Another
Lila
scaling-
sound?
This is another case of a scaling DC for everyone's different times here. Everyone can roll either investigation or
Leave this
history.
here. You know, just leave this here.
Investigation or history?
I'm gonna.
I got this. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
roll
drop
the
it.
best.
I'm gonna drop
I'm-
this here.
I believe in you. Aaron.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like
has it been? It's a 10-minute walk from the freaking. Yeah, never mind. It's gone.
team
um,
investigation boys over here. You know.
Those
History or what?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
What the fuck?
That's perception, bestie.
Hey, look at us.
2 net 20s in one
That's
session.
still
Look at
really
me go.
good.
Proud of you, Stone. Proud
Here
of
we
you.
go.
How did I roll better than Galen?
Listen. My head is full of other stuff right now. I've had a long day. I'm a little sleepy boy. No, I found this cat on the crime scene as well. That I figured
Galen-
out.
Galen just like starts smelling the dinner. Is like close to being ready. He's like, the meatballs. Oh,
Galen's
yeah.
too busy going through the flashcards to not, but like to not think. It's just like trying to.
Okay. Galen, you're having trouble kind of like
have my
finding
ear
this
to the
name in your
ground.
notes. You might have dropped this part somewhere since you have the names of some other
No shit.
members of the Watch on you, but yeah, Lila, you're new to town, so this is still difficult for you. The rest of you, though, kind of like remember hearing about like different commanders' names, especially like after Irina, but
Irina.
not Irina. That's Strahd campaign.
Sure is. Irina's in
Ilya.
the campaign confirmed.
Okay, you
Oh.
know about Ilya for
Divorcing
sure,
wife.
but who's in a different tower. But within Central Plateau, you'll be looking at Malaya Hasven.
Yes, you.
Please put that in chat.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. As you said, Malia Ayer has Fin. Nailed it.
More like has been. Ugh.
More like has been a bitch.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
Gosh.
So perhaps our next move would be to attempt to get in contact with them,
Seems like the
or
right
not.
move.
Or maybe they're behind all this, and if they know that we're snooping in on them, they're going to have us killed by the Watch.
Potentially.
Or worse.
The watch was
Or
really.
Paralyze us and rip our faces off.
Also true. The watch was really unhappy to see us.
Yes.
That.
Insulting them was not a bold move by me. I apologize.
It was not. Yes.
Yes.
That would not be a good idea.
You
with
were
the Watch.
insulting.
Listen, fuck the police. I'll say it.
You're right. Do we know what race Malaya is?
Likely human, as most of the Sharn Watch members are human.
Oh,
Oh, well,
gross.
yeah, fuck the police.
Oh, gross. Okay. Humans in my campaign.
Please, I'll use
Fucking right
Cat Boy for
here.
mine.
Come on. What the fuck? I'll go. It's fine. Nate, handle my character.
No, you
Make
have
sure- make
you
sure
have a
he
fake
shoots
arm, so you're a
people.
cyborg now.
Yeah, it's true. There you go.
That fixes it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely fix it. I'll start saying booyah and it's all cool that I'm a white man who has a gun. Oh my god, I'm a white man with a gun.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
So what's the move?
Anyways,
We
what
could
time is it?
9:35.
Shut
It is true.
Thanks, Nate. What time is it in the game?
It's
dinner
dinner
time.
time.
It's 6:35.
Me and Aaron.
I don't care about fake time zones. In Sharn, it is 5:35.
Perhaps
Oh.
we should pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind resting and then going out. I had a brilliant idea that I wanted to run by you, Achaeus.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to one of the people that knew one of the victims, see if they can give us like a face to one of the bodies, and then you would minor illusion the face, and then I would locate object on the face.
We could try that. I don't know how entirely accurate that would be, going off of someone's just basic description.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as people's memories for faces are, they aren't always entirely accurate. So even like the most minor detail, I don't know how much that would work exactly. Unless they had maybe perhaps they could
Missing
tell us
poster?
about
A missing poster?
maybe, yeah, if they had any sort of drawing of them, or
Mhm.
maybe something they had on them when they knew of something that they had on them when they passed, or
Yeah.
I mean, it's something we could try. I just don't know how
Yeah.
well that would work.
No, you're right. But it was an idea, and
Yeah,
Galen thought it was a decent one.
Real
Yeah.
quick. Has anyone actually said this other victim's name as you were told yet?
I
Though,
didn't technically hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Alright. Just checking in if Achaeus has heard the name or not.
What is the name?
Oh yeah, the name of this victim was
It's Swiftclaw.
Swiftclaw. Well, to be fair, Aaron, I don't think told us about that.
Oh, would have Aaron heard that, or Lila
Yeah.
heard that?
Lila
Yeah,
would have
Lila's the
heard
one that
that.
heard that one.
I believe you're gonna hear that.
You did.
So would you tell us? Would you
Yes,
share that
I would have.
information
I
with-
would have told you guys.
Okay.
So is that a name I recognize?
Yeah. You worked with them. You just heard about them like not being there anymore. You didn't like hear any about bad news yourself, so it wasn't something you'd pay attention to. Can I get a history check with advantage? Trying to recall on your own some things.
I'll cast guidance on Achaeus.
This will not be a guidance one, since this is.
I was about to say this feels like a spur of the moment type
Yeah,
thing.
you also don't know that I'm recalling this information.
Mhm.
Drats, take the
That's
And
D4.
I got another nat 20.
Let's
That's
Oh.
going for a
go.
total.
Three
Never
in a
mind.
row.
You don't need my
Oh.
shit.
You're never gonna roll well again.
Sure.
I won't.
You're gonna get into combat and you're just gonna start
Nat
Die.
one, nat one,
Again.
nat
whipping.
one.
You remember the. You're kind of like recalling some bits now from after hearing the name about Swiftclaw, one of the workers at the Calico Cabaret that you also work at. She was a shifter with more like tiger features to her. Got like the stripes and the ears, and like you remember like the night before she disappeared. The only like recognizable clients that you saw like with her at that time was a familiar half-orc woman with a arm that's been replaced, and was kind of like talking with her for some time, not necessarily seeming to just be business. Seemed to have like a serious face, and then walked away after a bit.
Familiar half-orc woman.
Trash.
Fresh.
Fresh. That's
I didn't know trash was
something.
half.
Okay, you've one of the very first things talked
Yeah.
about her.
I don't know why I've been imagining her as a halfling the entire time.
No, the gang, the mafia style gang down here is all halfling,
Why is that
except for like
written
one
down?
member.
Session 0, the first note that I have is Tresh, half-orc woman.
I actually don't have that written down.
So Swiftclaw is a what?
Shifter.
Tiger.
Shifter. That's what.
Yeah, shifters
Wow.
are humanoids that are able to, that have like animal kind of like features to them and are able to enhance those features at will.
And when was the last time anyone saw them?
It's been. Pull my own notes right here.
How dare you not remember off the top of your head, so I'm professional.
Whoa, come on now.
It's
We've
been a
all
little
forgot
over a
things
month
this
since
session.
she's disappeared.
Just over.
It's been over a month.
Hmm.
And this was another victim that was.
Not one of the ones
Okay.
that was given to you from Ildia's report.
Just kind of
Okay.
lower her, maybe.
When this information.
Yeah, no, sorry,
w-
not I keep getting the name wrong still.
When this information, when the name is shared, then I will, I'll say, I worked with her. So, perhaps tomorrow I have a shift anyways, tomorrow, evening, so, perhaps I should go and ask around, my work a little bit to see if anyone knows anything about it.
Okay.
Good to know.
Maybe for the best. Also, I'm sorry you lost a coworker, even if you didn't know them very well.
It is unfortunate.
What does everyone wish to do at this time?
So about dinner.
Yeah, I've
say
been
anything about
cooking this
trash?
entire time.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm,
did we?
I
Dinner's
don't say
ready.
anything about trash.
You bastard.
Okay.
I fucking hate you.
Okay. Okay. So dinner.
dinner is ready because I have been cooking this entire time. So
Alright.
I'm playing it up and putting it in front of people.
Imagine like we're yelling back and forth from the kitchen. Like, Lila, did you hear anything? Oh yeah, let me turns down the pasta.
No, kitchen door is wide open, so I can hear you guys.
I imagine we're
Alright.
talking like near the kitchen door so Lila could hear.
Yeah, you guys are probably sitting at the bar, talking while I'm in the kitchen, like right there.
There we go.
When did we get a kitchen?
No, that's what I'm saying. We don't have a kitchen.
Oh,
do now.
women.
Kitchen. We do now.
We have a
like a-
kitchen now.
This is like a Sims household we're just building onto.
Watch out for the hole in the floor, by the way.
Don't set the house on fire. Out to my sim burning after 3 days the other night.
Rip.
How good
Alright,
is
well-
the food?
Ooh, good point.
Give me a D20 plus dexterity or wisdom.
Yes, you.
Oh, okay.
You are cooking the food.
Is-
Yeah, make sure it's not shitty.
Okay. Dexterity.
Dexterity or wisdom check?
Okay, so I'm rolling a d20, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Dex or Wisdom added on.
Are you proficient in like cooking tools?
Ooh,
Actually, no. I don't remember if I got it.
it's not bad.
No. Decent.
I would hope so.
Okay, yeah, with a
worked hard on
15
it.
total, I'd say that you're able to kind of like cook up a pretty nice tasting meal on your own. It's I mean, it's not gonna be grandstand like 5-star restaurant type deal, but yeah, this is still a nice bit of home cooking. Tastes pretty good. Good flavoring. Nothing's like burnt. Actually, everything's cooked to just the right degree.
Huh. This is lovely.
Thank you.
This is great.
This is
like
very
this.
delicious.
Good job. It was sincere.
Oh, this is
I know it.
great.
I know it didn't sound sincere. Leave me alone. It was sincere.
You're great. You're great.
And all of you. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, does Trash come home at all that evening?
No.
Home. Trash does not come back at all that evening. Okay.
Have we seen Tresh at all since the start of this?
No.
Like, you know,
to be fair, it started in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
They and also they usually leave for time on end because last time they didn't
Yeah,
want
that's
to hunt
true.
themselves.
yeah, but you came back and Tresh wasn't here, and then you stumbled out and found a body.
This is true, but I'm not suspicious of Trash because I don't know these things.
True, yeah.
It's true.
Actually, I am suspicious of Trash because she's part of the same house as me and didn't say anything, so I'm a little suspicious.
We shouldn't keep secrets from each other. Why do we keep doing this shit?
No, you
'Cause
know
it's
this.
fun.
No, you know this.
Yeah,
We-
it's
we
not like
talked
your
about-
GM
No,
asked you
I'm
to.
talking about fucking that asshole. my
Oh, that
partner.
one right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's like that's hiding.
Yeah.
After kid's dead.
Cousins. Yeah. Once we're done with dinner, I'm just gonna head back to bed. I'm
What-
gonna go
what-
back to bed,
if?
tired and in pain.
What if?
What if we played Sorry? No, I'm sorry.
What
Galen
if what?
eats like 4 bites.
I'm gonna go and get a drink.
You want to go container with that?
I'm gonna go and get a drink.
You like a box?
All right. You just head over to the bar next door.
Mm-hmm. I'm upset. A soldier I didn't know died. It's not fair. So
Yeah.
I will buy a round for the bar.
The anvil.
Yeah, I will toast it to them and just start drinking.
And
That-
as you look around, you kind of like recognize that there are some other individuals down here within this bar who are drinking together that share insignia from various countries of their own former military standings. Staying away to their own side are the Boromars, who are just kind of like saluting these veterans who are in like their drunken storytelling moments, and you kind of like just look back to your own drink.
I'll just start drinking. I'll drink the night away.
Twister,
Hi, what's up?
when you go to bed for the evening, you enter within your room and find that there's a bit of a breeze as your window is slightly ajar.
Can I do a perception check in my room?
What are you looking for?
Anything.
All right,
Anyone.
roll perception.
I am casting guidance on myself.
Mm,
10.
a total of 10. You kind of like look around. I imagine you're obviously a bit panicked because of this different. Because your windows all of a sudden opened up and you left it shut.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily see anything immediately with your quick look around things.
I'm gonna.
Except there is something on the windowsill.
I'll go to the windowsill.
A bit of the cooling air entering within. You look down at a tanned piece of parchment or something, and it's just kind of like left down.
I'll pick it up.
Odd feel to it. It's not paper. I'm looking at it.
Don't you do this to me.
You see the wrinkles and bits of hair poking out. As you are holding in your hand dried skin, flayed right off of someone.
Is it a face?
No, it's just a square patch of some skin. Just for you. And we can end tonight's session right there.
What the?
Galen doesn't get to do anything apparently.
No.
Or Lila.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's that
Yeah,
much to do
no, they can
anything.
do something.
I'll be cleaning up from dinner. It's fine.
Bestie. What if Twister's the next victim?
Good
F
luck.
and chat, boys.
Good
Yeah.
luck, gamer. We'll bring
Um,
you back, maybe.
Galen will help
Maybe.
clean up after dinner. And he will put the rest of his spaghetti.
Sorry that I could do a full round on everyone
No,
beforehand.
it's fine. Galen will save his at the Maddie Monster branded spaghetti. Little to go thing and just save it for later, and we'll help with cleaning.
Alright. Well, thank
There,
you
that's
all
what our
so
two characters do.
thank you all so much for joining me for another session of this. Hope it's been very fun for everyone involved, and fun for everyone who's watching as well. I'm not hearing a lot of enthusiasm. What, was it not a happy time? Did y'all like?
No, it was great.
I'm
I
just
loved
upset
it.
I didn't get some
My
skin.
boy got a nice dream.
I
Good
got
for
I
him.
got a square of skin to myself.
Velveteen's
Both
becoming an
nice
alcoholic.
and heartbreaking. Becoming.
I wanted some skin.
We talked in depth about potentially checking other orifices.
I guess Galen
Alright.
will have to get his own skin in a different way.
What does that mean?
Listen,
Okay,
anyone
wakes
can
up
hang
with a
out
patch of skin missing.
You wake up and Galen is like sitting on top of you, carving.
Hey,
Bestie.
Surgically carving out like a square of skin.
leaving their
Like
initials
it's okay, don't
behind.
worry about it.
I'll heal you. It's fine.
I then like in its place sew one of my business cards.
Galen Morales. Sorry, I like to sign my work.
Anyway.
Alright, well, thank you all. As we give our goodbyes, we can go ahead and go around all of you, and you can go ahead and tell us again who you are and where they can find you. Let's go ahead and start down below me immediately with our good friend Becca.
Hello, I am Becca. You can find me anywhere worth finding us on the internet as Cool Armadillo, either with a zero as the final O or not. Usually, also on Saturdays, you can find me on Unlikely Podcast, but we took another week off because we didn't have time to record this week. As for other things, if you want to see how many bills I can stuff in my mouse, I have my mouse? My mouth. I have a Ko-fi if you like me and want to see me put this in my mouth again.
That is, someone definitely just snorted cocaine off of one of those before.
Yes, this $1 bill.
Is there
Yeah.
a price
Is
limit
that
to
the
your
one that had
Ko-fi?
dried blood on it?
Yes, this is the one that had dried blood on it.
God.
It's dry.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
think I
have
have enough saliva to rehydrate
Yeah,
this
it's
blood.
fine. You can't get
It's also
infected or
probably
anything.
fake.
Next up,
My hope and guess.
how about we go over to Stone now?
Hello, I'm Stone. You can find me on Twitter at Hello I am Stone or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Hello I am Stone. If you like Final Fantasy 14, let me tell you, next week it's just gonna be Final Fantasy 14 streams, Tuesday through Friday. So if you want to see me stream the 6.2 patch content, I will be there at probably 4 o'clock every day except Monday, probably Tuesday through Friday. So look forward to that.
Thank you as well. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead over, snake back over to Johnny.
Ooh, I get to go. I don't go last? Yes, nice. Hello, it is me, Johnny, aka It's Macho Madness. We actually have some interesting things coming up this week, but I'll get to that in a second. We'll cut back to last week. We'll go back to last Friday. We'll cut to a video that's doing very well on YouTube. It is, we'll say part 5. It's technically part 2 for me. Of Mario Party, where your boy, me, right here, became the 2-time Mario Party champion. That's doing pretty well on YouTube, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this Tuesday on my Twitch, It's Macho Madness, where I'm going to be starting my first LP of The Sims 4. I'm calling it Living in a Simulation. It's not creative, but I'm excited to play it because I've played it for maybe like an hour at this point. And people who've been in voice chat with me know that I like to yell about things, and I'm going to be yelling about this because 30 minutes of that game and my player was super depressed, and I yelled at him for it. It's gonna be great.
You also had gnomes attacking you.
I did have no attacking me. It was great.
Listen, it's a great game. Just ignore the fact that it's almost $1,000 to buy the whole
I
thing.
know. I saw that it was almost $1,000. I wanted to buy more expansions, but I don't have the money.
Don't think about the fact that I have all of them.
Which one would you
Uh-huh,
recommend
same.
off the bat? By the way.
For what? What kind of gameplay are you searching for in The Sims 4? Are you a family? Do you play with families? Do you like to build? What do you like in The Sims 4?
I will say the one that's been trying to that entices me the most was I think it was like a vampire pack.
The vampire pack is okay. They are not one of the strongest supernaturals, like world-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Their world is kind of mediocre at best. I would recommend werewolves if you're
Okay.
going for a
I'll
supernatural.
I'll pick up werewolves then. Okay, up
Alright.
next, Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. You can catch me on Twitter at Cosmic Zeta and on, well, Twitch, even though I don't stream, at Cosmic Zeta. Haha. I'm also going to be playing Final Fantasy 14 for I don't know how long next week. So watch me shitpost about that on Twitter.
And thank you as well. Last but not least, let's go down to Aaron.
Hello, I'm Aaron. You can find me at Please Don't Poke Me on everything but Twitter, where there's an underscore. Just fuck that person still. Like Stone and Brian, I will be consumed by 14 this coming week. Because God knows I don't have a life right now.
Thank you all so much. Personally, next stream is going to be called The Land Before. I might also lose myself to 14 for a couple of days. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. You're amazing, you're wonderful. As I already called everyone the best chefs in the world, so you know what? No, you're still all the best cooks in the world. No, I won't let anyone say otherwise. No, stop shaking your heads. I believe. I
I'm a
believe
I
in.
have food rotting in my fridge because I keep forgetting to cook it.
If it's
I'm a
rotting,
terrible
throw it
cook.
out.
I get scared every time I open my fridge and then I forget. I still have a sandwich that Stone left in the fridge.
Oh my god,
How much
Becca.
mold is on that?
I haven't looked. I don't want to.
Dump
I
it and
haven't
bleach
fed my
it.
sourdough starter in 6 months.
Jesus. Well, with that,
If you
have a
want to
wonderful
watch
evening, morning,
mold-
afternoon, whatever you're going through right now, everybody. Bye now.